Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek of I am Penge and welcome to Buoyancy, which is a city build-up with a bit of a difference because the city that we're going to be building is a wooden floaty raft city that's floating out there in the big blue sea, and it all looks very lovely indeed. So we're going to be sailing about in our city, trawling the ocean for use for resources or whatever kind of happens to be floating by really, which I guess is a sort of topical thing at the moment with the focus on ocean pollution and plastics and people dumping stuff into the sea and all that kind of stuff. So let's see if we can take some of humankind's trash and actually make good use of it in this game. Let's do some recycling, shall we? That sounds like a lovely thing to do. And of course, as well as the building, there's other stuff for us to take care of as well. There are people, and the people have needs. They're going to need food, and they're going to need to be entertained, and they're going to have happiness levels and all that kind of stuff. And we have to build up our little city as well with the wooden floaty planks. We need to make sure we've got enough resources to do that as well. And it all looks very, very lovely. I just like the idea of this sort of floaty wooden raft city. It sounds very good. The game is due to come out into early access on the 30th of August. As ever, there is a link to the Steam Store page in the video description if you're interested, if you want to go and wishlist it and all that kind of stuff. And of course, that means that the version we've got, I mean, it's not even early access, the version we've got a pre-alpha, as you can see in the bottom left there. So we've not even got early access. So we know the drill with these sort of early versions. There might be bugs and glitches and unfinished stuff and all the other bits and bobs that we know and love. And we got a key for this from the developers, which is very, very kind of them indeed. So thank you very much, devs. I think without any further ado, let's just set sail, shall we? Let's set sail and play some Buoyancy. Oh, marvellous. The first thing we have to do, we have to name our floaty city. And the random name it's given us to begin with is, I don't know what that is, Evaporator. I mean, that's just very complicated, isn't it? No, right, let's change that. There we go, that's much better, floaty land, because it's going to be a land that floats, you see what I've done there? Right, okay, right, with the name of the city done and vastly improved, I think we can now start the game properly. And here we go, this is what we've got. So we start with just this little sort of town centre, a square of raft, and that's it, and a little sort of storage area in the middle. We've got ourselves 10 people. 10 population. There is not much hunger going on, which is quite a nice thing. They're relatively sort of happy as well. They've got 98% happiness. At the minute, they're all just idling. They're all just idling around. So that's kind of our population. And over here are all our resources. So there's all different things. There's wood, metals, scrap metals, plastics. And then you get things that are sort of produced. You get water and grain. And there's foods, there's seaweed and fish and all that kind of stuff. So we need to start doing stuff. Look how pretty it looks. Look how very pretty it looks. And what I can see just there is some floating crates of resources over there. So whilst we are just sort of floating about on the sea, which is lovely, we can direct our little sort of ocean city. Floaty land can be moved around. So as you can see here, there is a movement speed and there is a rower. So I assume somebody at the back is sort of rowing the place around. I assume, yeah, because look, they're now moving stuff. There's one person who is no longer idle and they're rowing. So I guess they just sort of hanging out the back. Maybe they're hanging out the back, just kicking their legs very, very hard. I don't know. So then we get this. It washes up. So that little thing that we just went across there, the little sort of stuff in the sea, we've gathered that and we've taken it to our sort of storage area, which is in the town centre, which is lovely. Apart from there is a little bit of conflict going on here. Ah, dear me. There we go. Pre-alphas. But yes, there's a little bit of conflict going on. Never mind. I'm sure they'll sort that out soon. So we need to go and build some stuff. Because the minute everyone is going to die, if we leave it like this, it's probably very, very pretty and very idyllic and very lovely. But people are going to die because they're going to die of thirst, they're going to die of hunger. So we need to get building. So what we can do is, oh my goodness me, all of the buildings are unlocked from the off. Now in the tutorial, we only had a handful of these. There were not many of these available. Okay, fine, right. So we need to look at what we want to do. I think having a little bit of land that sticks out and then putting some fisheries around the edge is probably a good idea. So how about from here, we can pick this up. This is just a little bit of bridge. I wouldn't mind zooming in a tad actually and kind of swiveling it round a tiny bit. So let's get ourselves a bridge just there, say, like that. And that just kind of plops into existence. I think, how much did that cost? Just 5 wood. Okay, that's not so bad. And then we'll get another bridge. We'll put a bridge just there. That plops into there. And then another bridge, because I've got an idea for this. There we go. And then we can have little fishing sort of dock things that can sit on the side of this. And now some of these buildings do not work well if they're put really close together. And I think this is one of them. I think this is one of them. Oh, that's a scavenger. Where's a fisher? There, that's a fisher building, just there. So, yeah, this building here, obviously, if you put loads of fisheries next to each other, they're obviously not going to catch as many fish as if you have one here and one over there, because they're not competing for resources. So how about we put a fisher, let's put one just there for now, and we'll see how that goes. So now the people spring into action, because they're like, oh, we're going to go and do some stuff, everybody, yay! Also, we wouldn't mind getting a scavenger on board. They scavenge for submerged wood and scrap metal. So they go and grab stuff. So how about we expand out this way a bit as well? So let's put some of that platform down. Although we do need to get some wood, don't we? In fact, do you know what? No, forget that platform. Let's just put a scavenger just there. And the scavenger can sit just here. And they are going to be quite near to the town centre, which has got all of our storage in. So that's fine. Now, hopefully we've got enough wood to build that. Because I obviously built some platforms up here as well. And this. Right, no, good, that's fine. They've got enough wood in there to build the fisher. So the fisherman's little sort of thing is going to be done. And then down here they need another 30 wood, which I think they're transporting in right now, which is marvellous. Okay, right, this is encouraging. This is good. Let's head over there as well. Let's head that way. Now what we can do is, as well, while we're sailing about, we can rotate our city. I mean, it takes quite a long time, because obviously as well, we're bigger now. We're a long city. But we might as well head over to this thing just here. And I'm trying to rotate it round, because sometimes, as far as I remember from the tutorial, if certain buildings come into contact with certain resources, like this trash pile, the scavenger can make good use of it, I believe. Oh, look, there you go. Did we just get a fish? I think yes, look, we've got fish. And we've got seaweed gathered by a forager. Do we even have a forager? Maybe we've just come across that. So, yeah, so if we now put the scavenger... Hang on, right, stop there. Let's try and turn round a bit more. Let's try and turn round a little bit more. So let's try and rotate the scavenger round toward the trash pile. There we go, look. So now they're linked to the trash pile. So the scavenger's going, this is brilliant. Look at all this stuff. And we look at that and go, oh dear. This is a terrible state of affairs. Humankind, what have you done? What is all this junk in here? Tyres. Tyres and plastic. Oh, it's all not very good, is it? But it's good for us because we can now build some more stuff. So we've got a fisher. We've got a scavenger, a forager. They gather floating seaweed. Hang on, what did I just build? A scavenger. So we want a forager, I think now. They gather floating seaweed and junk from around the area. So whereas these guys get themselves wood and metal, the scavengers, the foragers get seaweed and junk. Okay, let's put one of those on the other side then. Let's pop one of those as near as we can. Let's say just there. There we go. So we put a forager in. So we should be getting some good stuff from here. I think we're getting some good stuff from there. Yeah, they're gathering from the trash pile. So yeah, that trash pile, I guess, will slowly vanish. But I mean, I don't think you can tilt the camera angle around. But if we go up, oh, we're in the clouds. There's lots and lots of stuff around. A survivor's raft? I kind of feel obliged to go over to the survivor's raft and lend a hand rather than just plundering this junk. I mean, we can always come back. Let's go and see the survivors. Absolutely. Yeah, sorry, right, hang on there, scavenger. We'll come back to this. We'll come back. But there's some people over here that might need our help. I suspect that might be quite a useful thing. So we can probably get stuff from the raft and maybe get some survivors as well. And as you can see, it's sort of, I imagine it's a procedurally generated world where it just goes on forever. It's just ocean. I don't know what's happened to the world. I don't know why we're all just living in the sea. I'm not entirely sure what has befallen the earth, but we're all living on the sea and there's junk everywhere. Let's go and see if there's people on this thing. Yes, there is. Look, there's a couple of extra people. Oh, that's good. That means we can have a couple more people doing some stuff. So when we start building all these extra buildings, we're going to need people to do the jobs. So I wonder, what do we do here then? Do we just go over to the raft and say hi? Or what? Oh, their raft is sinking. It does seem that their raft is a little bit sinking. Now, do we just go over to them? A small raft, a small drifting raft that needs help. Rescue them. Oh, right, we get to make a choice. Demand resources, take them prisoner, eat them. What kind of game is this? I wasn't expecting that. Okay, well, rescue them. They'll join their city. Make sure the economy can support them. And we've got 4 survivors and 10 wood. Well, that's no bad thing. 10 wood is a good thing because we're a bit low on wood. In fact, I've only got 1. So I assume they will start moving the wood into the town centre at some point. Because obviously all the buildings require wood. We need lots of wood to build all these buildings. And in fact, the forager cannot be completed because we are lacking wood. Let's go over here, look. let's head over to the floating crates of resources. There might be some wood floating around there. Yeah, and there's some over here. There's loads of stuff floating about. So let's make sure that it's gone toward our... How do we tilt it around that way? Make sure that our scavenger is going to go and get this again. Right, and I think we can speed time up a little bit. There are some speed controls. Of course, they are drifting in the sea, so let's try and head in front of them, try and head them off. All right, the forager has been built. Marvellous. So I guess they took the wood from the raft and put it straight into there. That's fine. That's okay. Right, let's sail over and pick up these resources, and maybe those and those, because there's a few little sort of piles of resources around. It's raining. Lovely. Everyone get inside. That's scrap metal. We could do with just more wood, I'll be honest. More wood would be useful. We have got quite a bit of fish, which is encouraging. I like the fact that we've got some food. That's a good thing. We're going to need to look at that at some point. Now, weirdly enough, 10 wood has washed up on a scavenger, and that looks like plastic. Now, one thing the tutorial did not go into was how to do food. It didn't cover that. It covered how to build stuff onto the onto your little sort of floating city, and that was kind of it. It went, there you go, that's how you build stuff. Here's a forager, here's a scavenger, here's a fisherman. Don't put things too close together if they're gathering resources. That's it, off you pop. It's a bit, oh, okay. We'll just go then. So, yeah, some of this stuff, not entirely sure about. There's another survivor raft over there. I imagine there's going to be lots of survivor rafts. Okay, let's also try and tilt this round. I do like the fact that we can just sail about. Floaty land is looking glorious. Right, go that way, floaty land. Go that way and try and pick up those floating crates of resources as well, because this is useful. And then we'll try and go back. There was a trash pile, wasn't there? Let's go back to that trash pile, and we'll let people grab stuff from the trash pile, because that seems a good thing as well. We've got some plastic, we've got some scrap metal. We haven't got much junk. Got no dirt. I don't quite know why we'd want dirt. Some more wood. That is useful. Right, where was that nice round sort of driftwood pile? Oh, that could be very useful. Oh, hang on, there's more stuff over this way. A destroyed ship? Oh, yes, absolutely. We will have ourselves a destroyed ship. Scavenger, onward toward the destroyed ship. Hopefully... Hang on, we can get some wood there as well. Let's just get that. 12 wood has washed up on a bridge. Yay! So look, all the little people run and grab the wood. This is useful. Right. A crashed ship. Okay. A destroyed ship. Whatever. This looks very intriguing indeed. So we're going to get the little sort of linky up thing again. So it's going to go bing! Yay, I'm very happy that you're there. Yeah, okay. We might have possibly crashed into the boat. A little bit of crashing happened, I think. Never mind. It's all fine. So they're going to bring some resources on board, which is lovely. We might need to now think about doing some other stuff. What other stuff can we build? A deep diver. They search the ocean floor for precious dirt. Dirt is no doubt going to be used to grow things. I imagine to have a farm of some description. If there is a farm. Oh, we need some water as well, don't we? An evaporator. Boils seawater. Steam is captured and distilled to produce fresh water. Needs wood as fuel. Okay. So we need to make sure we have a good supply of wood going on. But yeah, that could be useful because we are going to need some water. It's day 4 and we've been drinking seawater. That's probably not very advisable. So maybe we get ourselves an evaporator. That seems like a clever thing. 40 wood it's going to take. Oh my goodness me. A mill is for grains. Right, how do we grow grains? How does that work? Where's the farm? There must be a farm somewhere along here. Is it that? Is it that? That's a junk cannon. Oh my goodness me. So right, yes, there's baddies then, is there? There's baddies. Right, we've got everything we can from the destroyed ship. Let's head over that way and just grab whatever's in those resources. So pick them up. They can wash up on the side. Some scrap metal. Marvellous. And then we shall head over to this driftwood pile with our scavenger pointing that way, because the scavenger likes getting the wood out of the sea. So there we go. So we can grab loads of wood out of here, which is marvellous. I like that. That's very good. So there you go. You can see what they're doing as well. The buildings have certain status levels and all that kind of stuff. I think possibly another fisherman might be a useful thing. How do we get food? Let's have a look at how we can actually get food now. There's a harpooner, there's an evaporator, a greenhouse. Slowly grows grains, a key resource for prosperous cities. Grains can be used to make flour or beer. Okay, so the greenhouse is used to make grains. So we need a greenhouse. But to construct a greenhouse, we need some more plastic. And we also need what looks like dirt. Precious, precious dirt. So we're going to need to get ourselves a deep diver. They search the ocean floor for precious dirt. Okay, let's pop a deep diver. Let's put the deep diver there, actually. Let's put them opposite the fisherman thing. There we go. So we'll put you in, and then possibly another fisher might be a useful thing to have. Right, marvellous. A driftwood pile has been depleted. There's another thing just there. Oh, there's a school of fish. There's a school of fish next to the destroyed ship. Can we somehow, if we tilt that round, can we... Right, stop, put the brakes on. Brakes, thank you. Can we tilt our city round enough? It's not tilting for some... Why isn't our city moving? Why aren't we moving, everybody? Why aren't we moving around? There we go. So if we move around... I think we just crashed again. But there we go. So look, the fisher, it's just here, is gathering from the school of fish. And the scavenger is grabbing a load of stuff from the destroyed ship. So we're getting extra stuff from this, which is very, very good indeed. Right, how are we looking for this? What's that? That's nourishment. So 72% nourishment. Yeah, because they're eating all the same kind of food. Their happiness has come down a little bit, I would say. But hunger is only 5%. So that's good. Hunger is reduced from eating food. Quality food is better at lowering hunger. But we've only got a hunger of 6%. So we're okay for that at the moment. Yeah, the nourishment they're getting is not brilliant. The deep diver is actually gathering some stuff right now. So there we go. We're getting dirt. The deep diver. Let's go down and have a look at what the deep diver is doing. Obviously diving quite deep. They're just jumping in. Is that what they're doing? They're just jumping in and then coming down. A villager has been born. Oh my goodness me, I didn't realise that the kind of thing was going on here. Okay, fine. Well, there we go. We've got a new person in. The school of fish has been depleted. And we seem to have acquired 11 beer. Where did we get the beer from? I don't know where we got the beer from. I mean, it's good that we did. Maybe this was a beer ship. The best of all the ships. Maybe not a tea ship. A tea ship would be preferable, and then maybe a beer ship. So we need to wait until the deep diver has got enough earth. Oh, there we go. Marvellous. So now let's go over to... There's another destroyed ship there. So we can head toward these resources, I think. We pootle over to here. Grab those resources as we go by. So pick up those. Yay, we got ourselves some metal. Oh, that's quite good. And it's just 5 actuals of straight metal. I keep crashing into the boats. That's probably a bad thing. It's probably causing all sorts of damage. Okay, never mind. Right, I'm sure it's all fine. Hopefully it's fine. So what else can we build? So we've got these. A recycler sorts through junk to find primarily plastic. The worker also has a chance to find scrap metal or wood. Okay, a smelter melts down scrap metal to make metal ingots. Okay, needs wood as fuel. The deep diver we've got. The harpooner hunts whales. Not seeing any whales right now. There's a little town. There's a little tiny town. Marvellous. Okay, I think we might need to get an evaporator to boil the seawater. Because the minute we're all getting a bit thirsty, and it might be quite a good idea to actually get some water on board. A villager noticed dark clouds on the horizon. Villager, you are being sinister. Desist this sinisterness at once. Right, let's place another bridge. Yep, there. I want to put a little bit out here because we don't want everything too sort of cramped and close. So let's get that. And then we'll put the evaporator. Can we rotate it? Yes, we can. Let's put the evaporator just there. I think that's going to be a useful thing. Right, let's head toward this this driftwood pile as well. There we go. Slowly moving now. Yeah, we are slowly moving because of the backlog. Because of the amount of stuff we've got here. Because the weight of what we've got. There was a thing there that said we are backlogged with something. But I didn't see what that was. We could do with building a storage area as well. Where was the storage thing? A storehouse. Used to store resources before they can be used. Placed in central locations for maximum efficiency. They're quite big, aren't they, those things? That's a forager. Let's put the storage area just there. Let's pop the storehouse just here. So let's rotate it round. Like that. So plop that in. I do like the way they sort of plummet down and then float about. That's very nice. So we need quite a lot of metal to do that. Oh, right. We've not got anywhere near enough metal for that. We have got piles of scrap. Now that was a smelter, wasn't it? Let's get the smelter over here as well then. Let's get a smelter. And then we'll head over let's head over to, I know there's a survivor's raft, but now I know there's loads of survivor's rafts. It kind of feels slightly less important. Oh, hang on. Let's actually, no, stop moving. Stop moving. Let's wait until we've depleted this sort of wood pile thing that we're over, because that's going to be very useful indeed. What are we lacking there? Yeah, we're lacking, we're lacking everything. We're lacking wood, and what are we lacking for that? That's lacking the metal, and that's lacking wood. Right, okay, right. So we need to get some wood, which I think we should be right. We've depleted that thing. Another village has been born. Good grief. Good lord, everyone's very busy. Right, let's go toward the thing here. The movement speed. Our movement speed. It takes a long time for us to get moving. Right, the smelter has been built. Oh, we're very slow now. We're nowhere near as nimble as we once were. And we're probably going to crash into them as well, because, of course, momentum happens in the sea. Right, look out, folks. Oh, no, we we put the brakes on there. Marvellous. Okay, a raft. Yeah, again, rescue them. Rescue them. We get some scrap metal. That is lovely. Right, the smelter is going to be producing some stuff, producing some metal. And then we can use the metal to finish off the storehouse. This is marvellous. Right, let's go and get ourselves some wood from the wood pile. Let's try and flip things around that way a bit. So this is looking okay. Nutrition-wise, we're really struggling for nutrition now. We need to get ourselves some proper food in. We need a greenhouse. We really need a greenhouse. So we need to get ourselves some plastics. Now, where was the thing here? There was something here that gave us plastics. A recycler. Sorts through junk to find primarily plastic. The worker also has a chance. Right, okay. So they process junk. We've got a little bit of junk. Why don't we put them down here as part of our sort of production series of things? We've got storage, a couple of production things. That is going to need wood, which we are topping up on from this driftwood pile. Destroyed ship there. What's that? A sunken brewery, you say? Oh, yes, indeed. I'm sorry, Terrytown. You're going to have to wait, because we're going to go and find the sunken brewery, which looks like it's leaking beer into the sea, which is a terrible waste. So we shall go and make sure that is not going to waste. But firstly, we need to get this driftwood pile done. A storm inbound. A destructive storm is approaching. A fast-moving, powerful storm has been spotted near your city. If your city is caught in a storm, it can be destroyed easily from the lightning strikes. Move your city away from the storm's path to minimise any destruction. Pause buildings to regain villagers to row, or build motors if you have gasoline. Okay, how do I know where the storm is going? Whereabouts is the storm? Oh, kelp forests. Yes, indeed. Oh, that looks like a storm. Oh, yeah, we're being hit by lightning there. We should possibly move away from the storm. Really? So this entire map and the storm was just absolutely over the top of us. Oh, right. Okay, right. Hang on a minute. Hang on. We're being obliterated by the storm. Okay, right. So we've suffered a little bit of damage there. I think we can get that back. I think we can sort that. We can fix this. Right, okay, hang on. I want to put the bridge back. I can't put the bridge back in. I can't place a bridge back in. I can't do bridges anymore. Yeah. That's not going to help, is it? Because they're just going to be entirely separate now. There's going to have to be a gap, is there? There's just going to have to be a little gap. That's fine. We'll put that there. There's a bridgey bit. And then, can we put the bridge in there? No. Okay. We'll have to put the bridge just there. And there we go. Right. That's filled a gap. Now, again, the lightning there did absolutely, utterly annihilate us. Because that's taken out lots of our things. That took out our smelter, which took us quite a long time to build. Which is somewhat unfortunate. Right, where were those kelp fields? They look like kelp forests. That looks like a good thing to go and eat. So let's pop over there. Who grabs kelp? Is it the scavenger? Produces that or that? Have we even got anybody that grabs kelp? Maybe just go over it and everyone just grabs the kelp. Maybe that's how it works. I don't know. Let's put the forager back over it. Forager seems to be... Oh, there you go. Yeah, you, forager. Go and grab kelp, please, because that's food and we need some food. So that could be quite useful. The driftwood pile just there. Okay, right. So storms are quite devastating then. Right, gotcha. Storms are troublesome. And that is a thing that we have learned today. Right, let's try and repair down here. So, right, where were we? Oh, we're nearly there as well. Our storehouse is so nearly complete. Right, we had a smelter. Yay. And we had you're an evaporator. So you're not finished either. And we had what else did we have? An evaporator. What else was there? A smelter. Oh, recycler. That was it. Yes, of course. And I think the recycler just got built and then probably got blown up by lightning. Okay. Fine. Oh, that was unfortunate. And I didn't know where the storm was, and we'll try and avoid it. Let's put a bridge down there as well to pad that out a bit. Right. So here we are. We're building those things back up again. We're getting kelp from here. There's some resources and stuff over here that we can go and grab. There's some driftwood, which is going to be useful as well. So let's wait until these things are constructed and we've got everything we can from the kelp forest. Okay, the smelter is back. 2 more villages have been born. Good grief, I wouldn't think anybody would be up for that given there was just a lightning storm and everything else. But right, well done everybody. Well done on keeping busy, I guess. So, right, so the smelter is now having stuff put in it, I believe. So they've put some wood in by the look of it, and then some scrap metal's gone in. Efficiency, what's that? This building can cause fires to flammable buildings. Avoid building this close to flammable buildings. How do I know whether a building is flammable? Surely they're all flammable because everything is made of wood. Okay, fine. I don't really know what's going on there. That also needs some wood. The kelp forest is nearly done. So we've nearly got everything we can from the kelp forest, which is good. This is keeping people fed. That is a very useful thing indeed. So then we need to head over to this driftwood pile, I think. We need to head over there. In fact, if we do some clever twisting of things, hang on, we're going to city mode. If we do some twisting of the city, come out of build. Why can't I move? Maybe we can't move whilst we're stationary. Yeah, okay, so you can only move whilst you're in motion, which makes sense, I guess. It makes sense. So the deep diver is grabbing stuff. Right, the kelp forest has been depleted, but now the scavenger can go here and get stuff from this driftwood pile. So we'll have some more wood, which is marvellous. So yeah, the smelter is lacking any form of wood. It's got loads of scrap metal in, but it's not got enough wood. Okay, that's fine. Is our storehouse done? Not quite. And the recycler's not done either. Okay, right. So we need wood from here. We need it very, very soon indeed. And wonder of wonders, the smelter is smelting and the recycler is recycling, which is very good. So yes, the recycler is going through this junk to hopefully find some good stuff. There's not that much junk. We haven't acquired that much junk, which is a shame. But never mind. We'll come across loads, I'm sure. There's loads in this driftwood pile. There is loads of stuff in there. So that's really good. So we're gathering lots of stuff from there. I still just do have concerns about our nourishment. It makes me nervous that we've not got a lot of stuff. Right, okay. Let's see what else we can do. What do we need for this now? We can nearly get a greenhouse. A villager has become sick. Make sure to have a medicine hut to heal them. Yeah, if we don't have a medicine hut, is that bad? Do we need a medicine hut? Really? Let's put the medicine hut over here. Let's just drop that in there. So there you go. Medicine hut is on its way, poorly villager person. Hang on a minute. It might take a little while for us to get this built because we're lacking seemingly everything. How are we looking for that? 33%. And then we need to go and sail around and pick up some of these resources, I suspect. Because, yeah, we're not going to have enough. We've probably got enough metal. That thing is making some nice metal, which is lovely. But we need some plastic. We just need some bits of plastic. The village is hungry. We need more food. I'm trying. I'm really trying. I'm trying to get a greenhouse done, but also some people are coming ill. So, okay, somebody's just died. Yeah, this could be a very short-lived thing, couldn't it? Floaty land is not looking great. Maybe we need to go to Terrytown and do some trading. Maybe we need to trade some of our scrap metal. Right, the driftwood pile has been depleted. Everybody, let's try and move the city. Let's do some rowing. See if we can go and grab some of these things. A villager has been born. My village is backlogged with jobs. Oh my goodness me. I'm just trying to pick up some stuff. I'm trying to pick up some scrap metal. I didn't actually click on it to find out what it was. That's quite useful though. Do you know what? We'll have the scrap metal. That's at least something that we can use. So we'll pick that up. That'll get turned into proper metal at some point. So that's washed up. We'll grab this, which is useful because that's wood. Wood is always useful. So grab the wood. And eventually we'll get there. Right, so grabbing wood. Oh my goodness me, our city is so very slow. And then let's head this way. Let's head up to whatever it was called, Terrytown. See what we do at Terrytown. Okay, we are advancing on Terrytown. Somewhat menacingly, I'll be completely honest. But there we go. Right, what can we do at Terrytown? Hello, Terrytown. Derelict remains of a city. They are surviving with what they have. So we can move here, or we can close it. They've got a population of 8. Well, I'm not really bothered with what's going on in Terrytown. I have no malice with them. Right, let's try and move out of the way. Let's try and move out of the way. There's some plastic there that we could do with. So hang on, we're going to crash into Terrytown. Don't crash into the innocent people of Terrytown. We might have crashed. City interaction. Your city is docked. This is docking, apparently, everybody. Right, you are. Right, we've docked. Ah, we can trade. Oh, lovely. Right, okay, yeah, let's do some trading. Right, bread. They've got bread. Yeah, give us some bread, please. We'll have some bread from you, and we'll give you some oil, because that's probably a useful thing. 2 of that. Oh, right, it's okay. Oil is worth. How much is a bit of bread worth? A bit of bread is worth 8. Oh, my goodness me. How much is dirt worth? Dirt is worth 2. We could give you some scrap metal. We've got lots and lots of that. There you go. So we give them some oil, some scrap, and a bit of dirt. That's fine. Right, confirm the trade. We've bought some food, everybody. We've actually got some food. Hurrah! We can recruit people. I don't think we need any more people right now because we can't feed the people we've got. Okay, yeah, it'd be useful if they had plastic or something. And now obviously they've got dirt and other stuff as well. How much is it to buy those 2 fish? Why don't we just say 1, 2... Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, there you go. That'll do. Confirm that as well. We'll have some fish from you as well, please, because that could be quite useful. Okay. Right, now I think we need to head over here. There's some plastic and more wood over that way. So let's try and head over here. People have starved to death. Kenton wasted away to nothing and Randolph starved to death. Did they? Did they really? We've only got 4% hunger. That doesn't seem very much to me, but okay. Right, let's try and move the city. Can we undock? Oh, leave. Right, that's why I can't move. I was thinking, why can't I move? But yeah, okay, right, let's come this way. Right, where do we want to go next? We need some more plastic. Destroyed ship, resources, and another trading post. Okay, right, because we need some food quite desperately, let's go over to, let's go to pick up these things and then head over toward the trading post. And I think we're just about ready to arrive at Tide Pool. Okay, little trading post. Which is lovely. It's like an old sort of ocean buoy thing, buoy, whatever how you pronounce it. But yeah, look, there's a couple of people in there. So let's have a look. Can we trade with you, please? Can we have some food? That would be very useful indeed. Some food would be handy. Oh, and plastic. You've got no food, which is ultimately disappointing. There is a whale. Okay, how much is a whale? They want plastic and they want whales. Okay. That's interesting. Now, we have got some water. That's quite good. I wonder how much that trades for. Okay, quite a bit. Got a bit of metal that we could trade. And again, we've got some of this this crude oil that I'm not so bothered about. And it is worth quite a lot. I mean, in the future, maybe I'll be going, no, I should never have got rid of that. But it's useful for trading right now. Okay, so what do we want to buy? Plastic. How much is it? 1 bit of plastic is 14. Oh, my goodness. Okay, right. Let's not go for that. How much is a whale? 17. So we could buy a whale. That'll be nice. And then maybe some grains or some flour. But then do we need a bakery? Hang on, confirm trade. Let's grab that. I might have just done myself out of loads of money or something there. That might have been a terrible thing that I just did. What do we need? Do we need like a bakery? Okay, so we do need a bakery eventually. Okay, so that's not going to help us right now. Any more trading that we can do? Given that I just wasted loads of resources. I mean, what do we do with a whale? I'm not entirely sure what we do with the whale. Do we eat the whale? I mean, where does it go? Sure, we need a very, very big storeroom for a whale. Okay, let's have a look. Gasoline, crude oil. I mean, we could get... How much is junk? 5. Okay, so we could do that. So get ourselves a bit of junk, because we might find some plastic from that with our recycling person. And then we could buy... Who knows what we could buy? Who could we buy? A grain? Yeah, okay, fine. So we don't quite cover that. How about that? That'll do. Let's just buy a grain. Let's see what we can do with that. Right, and then I think we need to leave. Yeah, let's leave. Don't eat them. Leave was at the bottom of the other list of options. Now it's not. I nearly ate all these people. Okay, let's leave those people alone. Right, we need some wood. We really, really need some wood. Let's take a look around and see if we can find any wood piles. I suspect, was there one over there? That's a destroyed ship. Driftwood. Okay, right. We need to head that way, but first we need to kind of come out from around this ship here. This ship's only got scrap metal in, and we're okay for scrap metal. What we need now really is wood. We need lots of wood. So we need to get over there to that driftwood pile and go and plunder it for all it's worth. Okay, marvellous. Lots of wood coming out of this, and that is desperately what we need. We need so much more wood. So what we can try and do now is, I think we could put down the greenhouse. It's going to take 40 plastic. So we need to find some plastic from somewhere, but I think the greenhouse is what we desperately need to grow some grains. Because otherwise we've got nothing. Now I have got 2 fisheries. Why is that not... that's not built. That needs some more wood as well. But Mila and Hudson have both starved to death. Oh no. Okay, right. Oh, and there's a storm inbound. Well, of course there is. As soon as we actually manage to get some wood, there we go. This wood come and destroy us. Okay, now which direction is the storm coming in? I feel like it's coming straight for us, and we need to move very quickly out of its path. Because we don't have the resources to rebuild everything. Everybody move, because the storm is obviously coming right on top of us. Will we survive? I think it's over us. Oh, no. No. Okay, right. It's blown up the forager. I think we got away with it. Oh, that's very irritating. Okay. So the forager who was doing the foraging there. Oh, no, the forager's... no. It was the... Who do we want doing that? The scavenger. Okay. Oh, the forager was getting us some food. Oh, botherations. Okay, right. Let's replace the forager with a new forager just there. And then, yeah, let's have a look around for other things. Oh, there's another trading post there. Have you got any food? Have you got anything at all? Bacon sandwiches or some nice grains or something. That would be nice. Maybe we need to go and see Dale and Cousins after we've grabbed all of the stuff out of this driftwood pile. Oh, there are the rowers. Look at the back, pushing this place along with some sticks. So they're moving a great big city with a mass of 15.8 masses, which I assume is a lot of mass. They're doing a grand job of moving that along with some tiny little oars. Wowee, well done. Right, trading post. Let's put time down to normal. What can you give us? Please give us some food. There's some meat. Okay, meat might be useful. Meat might be a useful thing indeed. Oh, we never went and looked at the sunken bakery. Where would that be now? Oh, we've long lost that. Never mind. Right, okay. Let's give you some fuel. There you go. We've got a trade value of 30. They do want water. Now, are they willing to pay? Oh, they're paying quite nicely for water. Oh, that's marvellous. Hang on. Yeah, we can make lots of water. Let's just do that. 120 trade value. Meat. Now, I imagine with meat, do we need to cook the meat? Or does meat just consist... Is that a food? Is that a sort of a finished product? I don't know. And then we'll get some fish, because this is good for food. Because food is useful. People like being able to eat. And how much is a bit of plastic? Oh, a bit of plastic here is actually relatively affordable. Hang on, what if we got 5 bits of plastic? We got rid of all of that fuel. That's fine. And we gave you loads more water. Because we can keep generating water. So 222 trade value... We get ourselves some more plastic, I think, might be a good idea. Let's top that up to 20. Let's have all of their plastic. And you can have some junk as well. There we go. Just top things up. I quite like the idea of that. Loads of plastic, some fish, and some meat. Yes, let's confirm that trade. Thank you very much. Elvis... Elvis wasted away to nothing. I don't think that's how it worked at all. I think he was certainly not nothing at the end. Right, leave there then. So now we've got ourselves... Now what do we do with... There was a whale. What do we do with this? Can we process it a butcher into meat and blubber? Ah, a butcher, you say? Okay, right, we need to put a butcher down. How about then we go to here, we have a little bit of extra bridge down here which magically appears, and then we pop a butcher along this side of things. They could then turn that whale into a great big pile of meat. Now all that meat has just been eaten already. Look, it's all just gone. Oh no, we've just we've just crashed. We've just crashed into Dale and Cousins Trading Company, and we've just turned them into resources. Oh no, that was not intentional. We've just destroyed them. And they've just become a pile of resources. That wasn't my intention. Apologies, Dale. And there was a salty rascal. There was a ship waiting around somewhere, but I didn't see that. I was too preoccupied with destroying this trading post. Whoops, sorry. I mean, it was the guy down here steering. He was terrible. His aim was way off. But we should pick these resources up. And given they were a trading post full of stuff, surely we should get loads of things. Somebody has hallucinated due to the lack of food. Fish and scrap metal. Okay, not exactly brilliant, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. Apparently they're saying there's no path to this. There is no available path to that building. I'm assuming that that's because this has gone a bit wobbly where the storm took out the planks there. So maybe we need to build some sort of new bridgey sections across this way. We'll drop a bridge there. Maybe they've got to come round this way. Now, this is quite tricky to do whilst the city is moving, but it'll be fine. There we go. Look, now they can get in. Now they can get in and start delivering resources to this fisher just here. Oh, no. Yeah, we've got 2 more fishers on the way. That's what, yeah, so this fisher might have been just not in use because they couldn't get to it. And that one's not even constructed. Maybe that's why we've been struggling for food. So we've been down to 1 fishery. Ah, okay, right. Well, there we go. That makes a bit of sense. Okay, so what I've done is I've stopped the smelter and I've stopped the recycler because they haven't got any resources to work on currently because, I don't know, they're not delivering. I don't think this place had any wood, maybe the smelter, and this place hasn't got any junk. So what I've done is I've paused those and that frees up the people that were sort of standing here waiting to get something to do. They are now going around doing some other bits and bobs, which is useful because there's an awful lot going on. There's an awful lot going on. We're grabbing resources from here and we've pulled up next to both a destroyed ship and a school of fish, which is very good indeed. So yes, we are hopefully gathering big piles of fish, which is very, very useful. So yeah, I'm happy about that. Our forager is not complete. It would be nice if we could get the forager completed as well. Only 30 wood. We don't have that right now. It'd be really useful if we could get that finished because that will gather seaweed as we go. And seaweed is useful. I think, yeah, everyone's just saying they're hungry at the minute. I know. Finish the forager. Finish the forager and go and help the fishermen. That'll be fine. But yeah, so we're in a good place right now. This is a useful place to be. So let's just see how we're doing with this. There's a lot of fish left and there's some bits left in the destroyed ship. Okay, right. Let's grab all the resources from here then. Pirates incoming. Okay, do I run away from the pirates because I've got no means of trying to defend them? Where are they? Oh, they're just there. Okay. Right. Okay, so now there's some pirates on board. And they've set fire to the smelter. And they've set fire to... Ironically, they've set fire to the evaporator. Okay, how do we fight them? The tutorial did not tell me. It didn't tell me how to fight pirates. I mean, in hindsight, that might have been quite a useful thing to do. Do we just punch them or what? And how do we put out fires? How do it being put out? Ah, okay, right. It's on fire. Any construction or production is halted until it's put out. Yeah, these pirates are causing... Oh, there's 2 lots of pirates. Ah, okay, right. The Makaris and you're the Zazus. Oh, right. Oh, we've been attacked by 2 pirate ships. Okay. Yeah, we're a little bit on fire now. Little bit on fire. My village is backlogged with jobs. Is it people dying? Pirates have been spotted and will invade. Right, how do we deal with fire? Buildings that are on fire were destroyed if not put out in time. Makes sense. Villagers will automatically try to put them out. Okay, right. So John was sent to Davy Jones's locker. I assume John has been killed by a pirate. However, our buildings have been put out, which is good. And the invasion summary was that we lost 2 villagers. There were 12 pirates. We didn't kill any of them. We didn't even try, did we? Okay, fine. And we lost some metal and we lost some fish, which is slightly irritating given we're all starving. But okay, right. So we've survived the pirate onslaught. Okay, we're trying to move floaty land over here into a school of fish. And we have 3 fishers just here. Oh, there's certainly 2. Oh, that one's still not completed. That one still isn't finished because we're so low on wood. So hopefully we'll be able to get some good food from this. We should be able to top up our fish reserves because there's 2 fishers and they can both go in here and there is a lot of fish in there, which is very good. So yes, of course, the village is hungry. We need more food. Yes, I've got you. I'm trying to do all the things, all right? And I think what we'll do is we'll finish up for now, but I'd like to pop back to this. I want to play a little bit more buoyancy because we've not even got anywhere near the amount of things that we need to build. Like, we've not got anywhere near getting a greenhouse. We've not got ourselves a mill. We've not got a baker's. I want to get the butcher in. I want to get the butcher to do something with that whale that we've got because that'll make a nice amount of meat. I imagine it provides a huge amount of meat given that it's a whale and it should be massive. And then, of course, we've got extra things down here. We've got breweries. We've got a galley where they can eat food. They get more nourishment here compared to eating at the storehouse. So it'd be quite nice to have a galley in. And then, of course, I'd like to get some sort of defence. Whether we get ourselves a junk cannon or a guard house to have some guards if the pirates invade again, that kind of stuff, that would be good as well. So yeah, there's just another little sort of another bunch of buildings I'd like to take a look at, which means that we will come back to buoyancy. I mean, will floaty land survive? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if they will. I mean, the nourishment level in floaty land is somewhat terrible. So we need to get our butcher sorted sooner rather than later, which means we need to go and find a load of wood, but we'll have another go. We'll have another go at it next time. We'll see if Floaty Land can survive when we go and grab some wood, apart from Sadie has just wasted away to nothing. So yeah, we'll see how we get on next time in Buoyancy. Hopefully you have enjoyed this. I really hope you have, because I think it's a very interesting sort of game. If you have, then please do leave a like. That would be splendid indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here next time in Buoyancy. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I'll see you next time. She's still heartbroken. She's still sick. Oh, Colleen, it's just not your day, is it? Sean Bozzini is going to defecate. How's the lounge looking? Do you like the plants? I left them there especially for you guys. Is there some sort of terrible apocalypse which I need to know about? He's just defecated in a bush.